This is DC Danton Crow Crusader. It's the 27th of October. Strangely, I do not see any gulls here. Wow. What happened to our gulls? Well, we'll just see. Oh, there they come. Do you see them coming? Over the building there, Otto. Look at that. They're waiting. Here they come. Here come the gulls. Black-headed gulls, to be specific. And looks like a pair of crows. There they are. I'd say at least 30, about 30. Okay. Not a huge group like we had the other day. Well, it was, how should I say, rather cool today. But because I threw out a lot yesterday, and the feeding, they did come down. But of course, the day before, we know we had the anti-bird device. So it was very sporadic. Oh, do I hear Seymour? I think so. We had definitely more pigeons today. Definitely the pigeons. This is not our normal group of pigeons. These are from the pigeon handler. I'd say when we drove by earlier today, it had to be about 20. So, anyway, listen to those gulls. Aren't they something? Anyway, it was rather nippy, but would you remember, it's almost the end of October, right? Next week, next Wednesday, is November 1st. And that's All Saints Day, Allheiligen. That's a day where people go and remember their deceased dead ones in the cemetery. It is a holiday. It is a holiday in Germany, at least in this part of Germany, in the Constance. Usually in the Catholic areas. I do not believe it's not a holiday in Switzerland. Okay, because that's basically Protestant, with a few areas like St. Gallen that are predominantly Catholic. But I think it's a very nice holiday in the fact that you do, for people who are not cremated but buried in the cemetery, or even if they are cremated, in a place that you have to remember them, to go and put flowers on their grave site and so forth. But just to remember the deceased family members that meant so much to you at one time. Listen to that. That's our little Seymour. So I did put some grain balls here. Oh, look at that. We have a little sparrow here. Yeah, I didn't do 2 feedings today, but we are going to start that. We're going to start that because even though it's going to rise up to like 16 or 17 the next several days, slowly, it's still very cool in the night, and it's going to continue to get colder. And it's getting, if the weather had not stayed so nice, I would have moved over to 2 feedings a day right away. But since it's been so mild, incredibly mild, I've decided to hold that down. Okay, let's try to spread this out as much as we can. There we go. Got a lot of eggs there. Big pile. Okay, and nuts. There we go. I got 2 kilos of seeds, 1 kilo of sunflower seeds, 2 kilo of grain, a dozen eggs, a few other things in there. Coarse peanuts, a kilo of peanuts, of shelled peanuts, and of course I put the other nuts on the field. A bag of walnuts and a bag of now stop beeping your horn, don't do that, and a bag of peanuts in a shell. Anyway, unless someone comes by and interrupts the birds, it should be a good feeding. So still not many crows, right? When you consider we're still holding around 30 maximum, but we had more. We had somewhere between 40 and 45. And on some days as many as 50. Some of the park crows came, but not anymore. We lost between 10 to 15 birds on that rooftop that day in that feeding frenzy on the very, very top of this shopping center. And we know who did that, because I had already seen him collect dead birds and throw down poison. And the district attorney is making it impossible for me to try to get this guy, this janitor of the shopping center here. Making it nearly impossible, unless I have a drone, unless I physically can get up there, which entails trespassing. I mean, it's impossible, isn't it? It really is impossible without committing a crime to get up there, get the dead birds, and get the poison, and get him in the act of not just collecting dead birds, but get him in the act of throwing down poison. How in the world am I supposed to do that, Mr. District Attorney? How am I supposed to do that? How's that possible? Okay? That you wrote that in an email. Yeah, I'm passing that email on to others, because it's really quite impossible to do that. So what are you saying? Are you condoning the poisoning, the criminal action of poisoning birds? I'm not sure what you're trying to say. Okay? But you're doing everything to make sure that Georg Schmidt continues to poison birds. All right? And you're doing everything to make sure that I can't catch him. So I'll leave it up to our subscribers and any person who has common sense and logic to come up with an answer, the same answer I come up with. Anyway, this is DC Danton, Crusader, over and out. We're just going to watch birds here for a minute. I think I'm going to throw down some extra sunflower seeds. And, oh, look at our little Petey there. We got a couple of little guys here. I think I'm going to throw that little bit of that on the sidewalk here, and a couple of cashews. Anyway, this is DC Danton, Crow Crusader, wishing you a great Friday and the start to a good weekend. And we'll see you out here tomorrow. And we wish you a great weekend. Love your birds. Be safe. And we will see you tomorrow.